What's going on, everybody? Brian here from Brian's Broadcast. I hope all of you are doing fantastic. I'm going to review a wonderful fragrance from the indie house of Untamed Perfumes. This is a house based out of Canada, and I first heard about this house from Stay Fresh Productions channel, specifically Justin Copeland's channel. Now, if you know me personally, I love freshes. I love anything that has aquatic and salty vibes in it. So I was really interested in Salish Sea. This particular fragrance is very, very unique, I must say. I have never smelled anything as such. Now, initially when I was doing my first impression, it kind of gave me the idea that it was somewhat close to Tom Ford's Oud Mineral, particularly this one. To be very specific, I'm talking about this one. But when I tried this fragrance, when I tried Salish Sea on my skin, it was a whole different game. So, like on paper, it smelled like something else. When I put it on my skin, it was a whole different game. So I have been testing this fragrance and I'm going to tell you all about it. So stay tuned. And if you have not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe to this channel because I will be doing more giveaways very soon. So don't miss that chance. First off, let me show you the wonderful presentation. It's very simple, but they're using sustainable materials, which means it's more environment friendly. So they use this recyclable paper with this beautiful golden lettering, and you can see, I don't know if you can see it, there's a little owl over here sitting on like a gemstone. The name of the house is there, and the fragrance name is right there. It's a very simple box. It's very simplistic. The box comes sealed like that. It's very nice. I must say it's very nice because it's more environment friendly and you got less stuff to deal with, less plastic, yeah, whatever. This is the beautiful bottle. Anybody who's followed my channel, my Instagram, the link is down in the description below. Go ahead and follow me if you want. So this is the beautiful bottle. Very simple, yet very elegant. I love this kind of bottle design. It's got thick glass, a heavy base. It's got some weight to it. It's a 30 ml extrait de parfum. And the cap is wooden. If you have not followed me there on the first impression video, it's a very light cap, but it's wood. It's not plastic. The atomizer is pretty nice. This is what it looks like. And that's about it. Let me read out the notes from the little message or postcard that they sent along with the fragrance. They have a little story on the background. So basically the perfumer, she created this fragrance for her husband because he belongs to some certain region of the world. I don't remember where. I just gotta read it through. Here it is. If you want to follow along, pause the video, read it up, go to their website, read it up. But yeah, I'm just giving you what I felt about this fragrance. So on the top, you have sea salt, rosemary, black pepper, herbal notes. On the mids, you have honeysuckle, lily of the valley, sea spray, seaweed, and driftwood. And on the base, you have beach grass, fir balsam, and what is this? Oak moss and ambergris. Beautiful picture. So this fragrance kind of paints a wonderful picture in your mind when you spray it. I have this fragrance sprayed over here just to, remind me of the things that I can recall about this fragrance and whatever I can recall about, when I spray this fragrance. Now, why did I say it smelled like Tom Ford's Oud Mineral? Because Salish Sea kind of has that tad bit smoky, peppery vibe that I got from Oud Mineral. And that was the main reason why I used these as an example. This kind of reminds me of this one. But when I sprayed on skin, the whole thing changed. It's a whole different game. That's what I said. Now, the pepperiness is much more toned down. The smokiness is less. But, there's this beautiful, sweet, kind of like a sweet, tad bit sweet, herbaceous kind of feel with that green vibe, which is very soothing. Now, the floral notes over here kind of adds to the depth and several dimensions. It just adds to the layers how this fragrance is drying down and opening up. So imagine you are somewhere nearby a sea where there's kind of like a dark brooding storm out in the horizon, but at the same time a cool mist, like a sea mist, is spraying on you and there's a saltiness in the air. kind of vibe that you get, it's almost like divine, I must say. Like the sound of the waves, crashing waves, and you get that rocky, mossy kind of smell in the air with that saltiness coming from the sea spray and the presence of seaweed and all these green notes with that herbaceous feel. And there's a kind of sweetness from the flowers, from the honeysuckle or the lily of the valley. It just adds to more dimensions, as if you were surrounded by this enchanting forest behind you and the wide open ocean right in front of you. Imagine a picture like that. That's the kind of feeling that I got from this fragrance. Beautiful stuff. It's very unique. It's perfectly unisex. And I would rather say that it's a bit more on the masculine side, considering how the pepper and how it dries down. It's a bit dark. It's mysterious because, like, you know, the ocean, the sea, it's a mysterious thing. We have not been able to unravel all the mysteries of the ocean or the sea. So this fragrance is kind of like that. It keeps you guessing, like, okay, what's next? What do I get next? What's going to happen next? Those are the kind of beautiful vibes you will get from Salish Sea. Talking about performance, like this fragrance is not one of your loud projectors, but when you're talking about the longevity, this thing is a beast. Like goes well beyond 12 to 14 hours, and that's when I went with like 4 to 5 sprays. Now someone might be saying like, oh, I never do below 10 or 12. But let me tell you something. The quality of oils, the concentration of the oil, and the quality of the ingredients that's being used matters a lot. So you may be using something that has a lower grade, lower concentration, so you may have to go 12 to 14 sprays. Well, I do that too. There are certain fragrances I go well beyond 10 to 12. But the thing is with this one, this being a very good quality extrait de perfume, so this one has great longevity. It sticks to your skin, keeps on wafting, and the more your skin heats up, the more it pronounces itself. It leaves a wonderful scent trail, and I just like love how this thing opens up, develops quite a lot. Unlike Tom Ford's Oud Mineral, which is more or less on the linear end, this fragrance, Salish Sea, opens up quite a lot. So you're experiencing several layers of this fragrance as it dries down. And because of how long lasting it is due to the fact that it's an extrait, so you know, like it takes a long time, so that 12 to 14 hours, it just goes on and on. Now, you could have a whole different performance for this one. I mean, it could be a bit less, but at least on my skin, it worked for that long. Because around like 12 to 14 hours, that's when it kind of like tones down and stays a bit more closer to your skin. But, you know, like before that, like 8 to 10, if you would ask me like, hey, give me a solid number, I would say 8 to 10 hours, super solid, super oomph of a performance. That's what I got from Salish Sea. So guys, if you are like really interested to try a wonderful aquatic, very different kind of a fresh, soothing, yet a mysterious kind of fragrance, I highly recommend Salish Sea. Try out their house, Untamed Perfumes, and because they also offer 10 ml decants, so you know you don't have to spend a hell lot of money. But I purchased this fragrance and I'm absolutely happy with this fragrance, Salish Sea. And just so you know, before I finish this review, this is one of those fragrances where you do not have a citrus note, if you have not noticed by now. So this is one of those beautiful, fresh, and unique kind of fragrance, and that's the main reason why I absolutely loved it. You don't need to have citruses all the time, so this is one of those few fragrances that does not have a citrus in it, but it smells fantastic, beautiful, very soothing, and absolutely, you know, wearable during summer and winter. You know, like I also rock freshes during the winter time, and because this is an extrait, high concentration, sticks to your skin better. That's why, you know, this is going to have a long lasting effect and performance even in the winter time. So underneath your clothes, it's gonna keep on wafting out. So that's a beautiful feeling that I get during the winter months here in New York City, at least. And of course, during the summer months, this thing's definitely gonna perform a lot. So that was my take on Untamed Perfumes, Salish Sea. Let me know in the comment section below. Have you ever tried anything, or you're interested to try something from their house? I highly recommend Salish Sea. So until the next video, guys, please take care, stay safe, and All the best.